Hello friends, I am Dilip Singh. Welcome to the 8th CSS lecture of the tutorial series for web programming. Today we'll see the CSS text properties. Right. We'll learn how we can apply the CSS text properties in order to decorate our text in the web page. So let's see, these are the text properties that we will learn today. The first one is color. Color property used to set the color of a text. In the previous lectures we have used this property many times, so you may remember. So color property, if you want to make our web page text to be red or blue or green or whatever color you want, then we can use color property. The values we can apply red, blue, green, or we already have learned in our previous lectures how we can use color values in CSS using either RGB functions or hex codes, right, or the keyword that are mentioned here. The another property we'll see, the direction property, which basically used to set the text direction. So it will take only two value. The text direction would be either LTR, means left to right. So this is the by default text direction. So text will appear in a web page from the left to right, and the another one is a RTL, right to left. So the text, if you want in our web page, should appear from right to left, then we can use RTL, right. The another text property is letter spacing. So letter spacing used to add or subtract a space between the letters of a word, right. So how we can use this letter spacing property? This is the example given here. We can put the space between the letter whatever we want in pixels, right. Suppose here in this example, if we want to put the space between the letter of a word to be 6 pixels, so we can simply put letter spacing colon 6 pixel, right. Similarly, there is a word spacing. In order to add or subtract the space between the word of a sentence, right, we know that we can make the word using letters and we can make the sentence using words, right. So if you want to increase or decrease the space between the word of a sentence, then we can use word spacing. Again, here value we can specify in pixels. Similarly, the another uh, CSS property, text property, is a text indent, right. So you may be familiar with text indent if you have used any word processing tool like Microsoft Word. So in a paragraph we generally used to give the indent, right. So if we want to put the indent in a paragraph, we can use text indent property, and the value can be applied in pixels, right. Now the another property is text align. So we can make our paragraph text to be aligned either towards the left, means left align, right align, or center align, or justified. So these are the same values that we generally used in Microsoft Word documents in order to align our paragraph, right. So these values we can use to align the paragraph in our web page using text align property and these values, right. Now the text decoration property. The text decoration property basically used for to make our text underline, overline, or line through. We'll see in example how these values will affect the look and feel of a text, right, in our web page. Now text transform property. Text transform property is used for either capitalize the text or change the text all the text of a paragraph into the uppercase or into the lowercase, right? So we can use text transform property in order to make either the text capitalized, uppercase or lowercase, right? Now the text shadow property. The text shadow property used to set the text around set the shadow around the text, right? So when we will put the shadow around the text, we have to give not a single value but a combination of values, right? And we will put these set of values with space between them. So the first value will represent the horizontal shadow, length of the horizontal shadow basically in pixels, then the vertical shadow in pixels, then blur radius, how much that shadow should be blurred, that radius we can apply in pixels, and then the what the color, what should be the color of a shadow, we can apply that color here. For example, here I want the text shadow should be 5 pixel horizontal, 5 pixel vertical, 2 pixels of blur, and the shadow should be of red color. So let's see one by one all these property in our example, and how we can use all these property in order to decorate our text as per our requirement in our web page. So this is again the basic HTML page I'm having. The title CSS text property, and the page is having one heading element, first heading, and one paragraph. So paragraph content is this, my first paragraph, and we are learning here all about the text CSS properties, right? So this is the paragraph. So let's first I have saved this in the folder my CSS web and text.html. Let us see how it look like. Initially our web page is this is how our web page initially look. It's having the heading and the paragraph, and the title is CSS text property. Okay, so now let's apply the CSS rules or CSS text properties. So I will use here internal method. So within the head I will use style tag, and then I will close style tag. Okay, and within the style tag we will apply one by one all the text properties that we learned here. So let's start with color. So how we will change the color of a paragraph? So first I have to select the paragraph by P selector, and then within the curly bracket I will use which property? Color. And suppose I want the color of a text should be red, so I'll put red and I'll save it, and I'll go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see the color of a text become red. Okay, now let's see the another property, that was the direction property, right? So direction property is by default left to right LTR. So let's use RTL, right to left. I'll save it, and this is a left to right. The direction of a text is text of a paragraph is left to right. When I refresh it, it become right to left. It comes from right to left, right? So this is how we can use you can say, if I like this is from right to left. This is how we can use the direction property in order to change the direction of our text in web page. Okay, so let us make a default one, left right. And now the another property of a text is a letter spacing. Okay, so you can see here, the suppose first is a word and having how many letters? 1 2 3 4 5 letters. Similarly all these words are combination of letters, and what I want to increase the space between these letter of a word. So how I can do? I can do using letter spacing property. So let's see, letter spacing, and suppose I want to give 6 pixel. I'll save it, and you can see here if I'll refresh, the space between the letters will increase here. So space between each letter is now increased. Okay, so this is how we can use letter spacing in order to increase or decrease the space between the letters, right? Now the another property is word spacing. So suppose in place of letter spacing I want word spacing, correct? So I'll save it and I'll go to the browser, and when I will refresh it, so the space between each word is increased by 6 pixel now. Let's go and change it to suppose 16 pixel. So you can see the more space between each word. Yeah, now this space is 16 pixel, right, between each words. So this is how we can increase or decrease the space between the words, right? Now let us see the another text property, that is text indent. Okay, so text indent, let's go to the our code and I'll put here text, then indent property, and text indent property, the value can be in pixels. So suppose I want to put 50 pixel indent that I want to give. I'll save it, and if I'll go there and let me refresh it, so I'll refresh it here, the paragraph, the first line, this space from the left border of our page to the starting of the word first word of the paragraph, this space is a 50 pixels. So this is an indent that we can set whatever we want, right? But the other lines, the indent will not affect the other lines, below lines. It would be for the first line of a paragraph, right? So this is how we can set the text indent. So now let's see the another property, that is text align. Now by default the text are aligned towards right aligned, right? I'll remove this property for right now, and let us use the text aligned now, text align, and I want text align to be, by default is left align, right? I want it to be right align. So I'll save it and then I'll go to the browser, and by default it is left aligned and now it become right aligned. Okay, similarly we can alignment we can use either center or maybe justified, right? So you know what exactly center, justified, these are the same properties that we generally use in a Word, for example in Microsoft Word, right? So suppose I want to set it center. Okay, I'll save it and go to the browser and I'll make it center. So you can see this is aligned to the center. Okay, so this is how we can align our text of a paragraph or even a heading or any text that we have in our web page. Okay, now let's go to the another property, that is text decoration. Okay, so text decoration, let us apply this property to heading. Suppose I want to apply the text decoration property to the heading. How I will do this? By simply selecting the heading, the h1 will become the selector, and within that I can put text decoration. Now there are many values that we can apply here, text either underline, overline, line through. So let's see first underline. Okay, I'll save it and then go to the browser. You can see when I refresh, there would be a line below the heading will appear. This is the underline. Okay, similarly we can use overline, right? So I will use here overline. Okay, overline will make what, this line will now be above the text. So this is overline. Okay, and line through property, so let's see now suppose I want to set the value line through, right? And I'll go to the browser and I refresh it. You can see now line through property, how it works. There is a line through the text, right? Okay, now let's go to our paragraph and use some other properties of the text that we have learned. Suppose that text transform property. Okay, so text transform property. So text transform property can take, suppose we want our text to be capitalized, so capitalize property will use, right? And let me see, this capitalize property will be used. So let's see how it work. There's some capitalize, okay, there was spelling mistake. Now I'll go there and refresh it. You can see the text now capitalize. How? Each word, if you can see, the first letter of each word become capital, right? So this is what, if we want that our text in a web page should appear like this, means each word's first letter should be capital, then we can simply use the text capitalize property. And if I want our each word of a text or each letter of a text should appear in uppercase, right? So how will do? You can use here uppercase value in text transform property. So let's see how it works. Now this paragraph will look like this. So you can see here all the um, text here, all the words are become now capitals, right? Okay, all the letters of a word become capital. Now suppose I want all the letter of a word become smaller, lower, so I will use here lowercase. And if I'll refresh it, you can see all the letter of a word now become lower. Okay, so these are the lowercase. Now let's say the another property, that is text shadow. Suppose if you want to set the shadow in our text, okay, so let's set the shadow in our header, right? So I'll remove this property and I'll refresh it. Suppose, okay, first I will save it. Suppose what I want, this is a heading, I want to set the shadow of this heading. How I will do? I will use the text shadow property, and text shadow property will take 4 value here. The first one is a horizontal shadow. uh, so this value will be in pixels. Suppose I want to set horizontal shadow and a 5 pixel, and then the vertical shadow again suppose 5 pixel, then space, all the value will put after giving one space. Then there is a we have to apply the blur, um, how much blur we want, blur radius basically. So suppose blurriness I want 2 pixel, and then the color of a shadow, so red suppose. Okay, I'll save it and I'll go to the browser and refresh it. You can see this is how the shadow of the heading become. Now suppose I want to make this blurriness, you can see here, if you see the shadow, you can see you can read the shadow. Basically it is written in red color, first heading. Suppose I want to increase the blurriness so that we will not be able to read this shadow, right? So how we will do? I can increase the blurriness, suppose 8 pixel, right? And now I will refresh. So this is how you can see, this is how the shadow of our heading text become. In place of red we can use suppose blue, any color, whatever you want you can use. So the shadow will become blue. So this is how we can put the shadow in our text in our web page. Okay, so that's all. So these are the text properties basically that we can use in order to decorate our text in our web page, right? So friends, after watching this video, if you feel that it was really helpful in order to understand the concept, then please like and subscribe the video. Thank you guys.